PetroVietnam Oil, PV Oil, is a member of PetroVietnam Oil Corporation with over 25 years' experience working in the import, export, and trade of crude oil and the production and trade of oil and lubricant products. PV Oil is proud to be one of the 10 biggest businesses in Vietnam, as ranked by the VNR 500. The company received the Viet Yellow Star Award in 2009, 2010, and 2011, and was awarded the third place Independence Medal given by the President of Vietnam. PV Oil is the only company in Vietnam working in crude oil export and import, with 25 years of experience and an annual export volume of 269 million tons of crude oil, worth $90 billion. Crude oil is extracted from the Bac Ho, Su Tu Den, Tay Giak Giang, Chim Sao, Rang Dong, Ruby, Song Doc Dai Hung, Bunga Kek Kwa, and Bunga Orchid oil fields. In the near future, PV Oil will negotiate and close deals to sell crude oil extracted overseas in such countries as Malaysia, Algeria, and Venezuela. With a system of bulk storage and transit storage, up to 800,000 cubic meters capacity, and a distribution network of almost 3,000 well-equipped gas stations all over the country, PV Oil fully meets domestic oil demand. This includes specialized oil for industrial customers in and outside of the oil industry. In terms of oil processing, PV Oil established the largest condensate processing plant in Vietnam, in Phu My Industrial Zone, with an output of 340,000 metric tons a year. In the near future, PV Oil will invest in one more condensate processing plant, with 400,000 metric tons a year productivity in Ca Mau. Its main input will be taken from the B52 PM3 condensate block in Ca Mau. PV Oil also owns the most modern lubricant plant in Southeast Asia, with an output of 30,000 tons a year, including 140 kinds of lubricants. PV Oil is proud to be a pioneer in bioenergy distribution in Vietnam. With E5 gas trading since August 2010, 3 bioethanol factories in Phu Tho, Quang Ngai, and Binh Phuc, as well as biodiesel factories. In the future, PV Oil will fully meet domestic demand, getting closer to the bioenergy consumption trends throughout the world. In addition to its main activities, PV Oil is paying more and more attention to developing traditional industries, such as Tien Hai mineral water production in Thai Binh, and other commercial services including project management and import of specialized oil industry equipment for contractors such as Viet Nga Joint Venture, PVEP, PV Gas, PV Power, Schlumberger, and Nestro.
Trong những năm vừa qua thì Tổng ty dầu Việt Nam cũng triển khai xây dựng và hoàn thiện các cái cơ sở vật chất, cơ sở hạ tầng và các cái mạng lưới kinh doanh, hệ thống kinh doanh và phân phối các cái sản phẩm dầu trên toàn quốc. Tổng ty dầu Việt Nam đã hoàn thành xuất sắc cái nhiệm vụ chính trị tập đoàn Dầu khí Quốc gia Việt Nam giao cho, đó là tiêu thụ và phân phối toàn bộ các sản phẩm dầu cho nhà máy lọc dầu Dung Quất. Và Tổng ty dầu Việt Nam là cái đơn vị đi tiên phong trong việc tổ chức kinh doanh cũng như là sản xuất cái nhiên liệu sinh học này, và sẽ cung cấp toàn bộ cái nhu cầu về nhiên liệu sinh học trên cả nước.
PV Oil now has 55 subsidiaries, including 2 representative offices in Russia and the United Arab Emirates, 2 foreign branches, PV Oil Lao and PV Oil Singapore, 31 joint stock companies, and 22 joint venture companies. PV Oil's network covers the entire country of Vietnam and is expanding to the world market. The company's next potential markets are Cambodia and Myanmar. PV Oil is proud of its experienced leaders and young labor force of over 4,000 highly educated, dynamic, and creative staff members who work together to develop the company's traditions and bring success to PV Oil. With a wide network of subsidiaries and offices in Vietnam and other countries throughout the world, PV Oil is affirming its position as a leading domestic company with a strong international reputation. This is the mission and the pride of PV Oil.